Welcome to another day of math. Today we are checking a reflection. So remember when we talked about this week, what we were working on are learning different ways that two-dimensional or polygons, two-dimensional shapes, we're looking at ways that they could move and how we would describe those movements. And we're talking about flips, turns, and slides, or in other words, reflections, rotations, and translations. So today we're looking at flips, and flips are reflections. And we talked about symmetry yesterday. So if you understand the idea of a line of symmetry and things mirroring themselves on either line of or either side of that line, then that is really going to provide a good foundation for your learning with reflections. Today we're just going to add in the idea of shapes and grids. So I'll just read through the quick review. I think it's a good, it's well written. Here it says the picture shows the reflection of a figure in a mirror line, also a line of symmetry we could call that. The figure and its image are congruent, which means you could put them on top of each other and they would fit perfectly on top of each other. So the figure and its image are the same distance from the mirror line. The two figures face opposite directions. Okay, so they face opposite directions. They're the same distance away from the mirror line. That's basically a reflection. So do these pictures show reflections, yes or no? I can give you a hint. Only one of them does not show a reflection. And down here, I want you to practice. So what I usually do, and I can do one for you, and then you can show me what you know with kind of the other one. I usually start with the spot closest to the mirror line because it's easier for me to count, just the way my brain works. So over here, I see this little vertice of this shape. What kind of shape is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a pentagon. It's an irregular pentagon, 5-sided shape. So we have a dot here because it is on the same line. We want that so that when it flips, it'll land on top of each other. And we also want to be the same distance away from the mirror line. So this is 1 dot to the left, and this one is 1 dot to the right. And then our next vertice, it looks like we can go right 1 and up. So I'm going to put a little dot there, and that would be for this one. The next vertice I'm going to look at is 2 diagonal dots down to the left. So 2 diagonal dots down and to the left. It's going to take me here. Then I'm going to go 1, 2 back towards the mirror line. And then I'm going to come up and back to my start. So now I'm just going to try to connect these dots. Try to make sure I do it as best as I can. I can't use a ruler, but you can, so there's no excuse for your shapes to be sloppy. And if you don't have a ruler, you can use something with a flat edge. So let's see if I can make this line a little more accurate. Do I dare try to erase this one? I shouldn't have. That's okay. I'll take my time and I will try to get it right. Okay, so there's my shape. It's close enough for my skills on the computer. And if we did fold that page on the mirror line, those images should line up perfectly. You're going to do it again, this time with a horizontal mirror line or line of symmetry. All right, so number 2, it says work with a partner. And I'm just going to have you pretend you're both partners. It says draw a mirror line in part A. Okay, so I'm going to draw a mirror line for part A. I'll stick with my pink color here. I'll draw it vertically, but you could draw it horizontally if you wanted to. Okay, so here's my mirror line down those dots, even though it's squiggles. And I'm going to change my color. to draw a figure on one side of the mirror line, and then my partner, who is actually very smart and a good teacher, is going to try to reflect it on the other side. So let's see if my partner can do it. That smart teacher guy. He sees that we're going 1, 2, 1, 2 lines or dots away from that mirror line. And then we're going to make this blocky shape. This is my favorite Tetris piece. I wonder if anyone plays Tetris. It's an old game. All right. So that's how you do that. Just kind of like we did yesterday with our symmetry practice. And stretch your thinking. It says the top figure shown here is a reflection image of the bottom figure. Draw the mirror line. Oh, so that's interesting. It looks like, when I look at this, I'm like, oh, that looks like it's a rotation. But the question tells me it's a reflection, so you need to figure out where the line of symmetry comes through this shape. Good luck.